finish your mum off, then tell her about Riley and me.
Well, she needs to know.
What's going on?
You understand the side effects of my bipolar meds.
Do you think we need to adjust the dosage?
I want to stop taking them.
Oh, it's a fairly drastic decision.
I want to get pregnant.
Have you discussed this with Daniel?
Chris? Let me go! Let me go! Help! Help me!
Let go of her! And if anyone asks, it was me that pushed you, you understand? Not her. You say anything different and I'll dig up so much dirt I'll touch your hand. Get out of here now!
Theatre's being organised.
He's arresting, quickly. We need help in here. Come on. We'll resus on the way to theatre. Let's go.
Stephen James Parker, I'm arresting you for the murder of Christopher Wayne Knight.
Neighbours, everybody needs good neighbours. That's when good neighbours become. When good neighbours become good friends.
So you're a vet?
Yes. Is that relevant?
No, it's just unusual, that's all, for someone who spends his life looking after sick animals to react so violently.
Mr. Parker was acting to protect his daughter. His motive was not to harm Mr. Knight.
Sure. Well, witnesses say there was a previous altercation between you and Mr. Knight.
Well, yes, he was drunk at a party and refused to leave.
And you hit him.
No, I pushed his friend.
That incident has no connection whatsoever to this tragedy. I'm sorry, but I just think this line of questioning is completely irrelevant.
And then, of course, there's the previous conviction for assault.
Excuse me?
Your client didn't tell you. You have read over the statement?
Yes.
You understand that this is an admission to the killing of Christopher Wayne Knight. You will be charged with his murder.
Yes.
Please sign the statement.
Just wait. I'd like a word with my client, please.
Well, there's really no need.
Steve, please. Just think about this.
I have. Done.
He signed the confession.
So what happens now?
There'll be a bail application, but until then he's going to be locked up. Locked up?
Excuse me.
I'm sorry. Darling, it's the only way. You understand that, don't you? Hey? You understand. Please be strong. I need you to stay strong. Promise me.
I promise.
Okay. It's going to be all right.
Okay, I'm going to try and sort this out. I'll be back as soon as I can.
What's going on? Where's Dad?
He's with the police. Did you make his statement?
No.
Bridget. Chris Knight didn't make it. He died this morning.
No.
What's this mean now? Steve's been charged with murder.
Where is he? Where's Dad? I want to talk to him.
They've got him in a holding cell.
Dad's in jail.
But he'll get bail quickly, I'm sure.
You let them lock him up and you didn't say anything?
I went down there to tell them the truth.
Well, why didn't you?
Because everything's changed now.
But I didn't. I killed Chris.
You were trying to get away from him.
Well, then we'll go down there and we'll tell them that.
You can't. We believe this is best for the family. We're doing this for you, and the only way we're going to get through with this is to stick together.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Bridget, if you go down there now, you're going to make things a lot worse. We have come this far, and we're going to go through with it. For Dad's sake and for yours. It's true, Bridget.
What would you know? I want to see Dad.
Sam.
Dan.
Sorry. What's happening?
Steve Parker. The victim, the guy he allegedly assaulted, he died. Steve's been charged.
What, with murder?
Yes.
You've got to be joking. He wouldn't do something like that.
Well, that's what I thought. Couldn't be worse, really.
Well, they'll get off, won't he? I mean, extenuating circumstances. It's his own daughter. And it's not like he has a history, right?
Well, I just found out he's got a prior conviction for assault.
When?
Well, I don't know. No one told me. I don't know. I'm trying to find the notes I took, and I thought I put them in the computer, and they're not there. I don't know. Maybe I.
Well, how are the Parkers coping?
They're terrified. I mean, they're trying not to be, but their world is falling apart.
Okay, listen. You have to stay detached.
You're talking like a counsellor.
Sam?
I'm fine. I just need to find these notes. That's all.
Stop. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Look at me. You're a good lawyer. You're going to be okay.
It's just terrible to think that he's actually dead. His poor parents.
No, they're completely devastated.
And how must Steve be feeling? I mean, I know he's quick-tempered, but he's not violent. This is just the most awful accident.
Then why didn't he report it?
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know. I do know he's incredibly protective of Bridget.
Yeah, he's also a good person.
Yeah, try telling the hospital staff that.
Well, they don't know him. They don't know what he's really like.
So listen, they saw him threaten a critically ill patient. So did I.
He was protecting his daughter.
The guy was semi-conscious in a hospital bed.
His own kid was in danger. Who knows how any of us would react? Are you actually saying to me you think he deliberately set out to hurt Chris Knight?
No, I'm not saying that. But he showed me a side of himself I've never seen before, and it hasn't done him any favours.
Carl, hey.
Oh, hi, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Hi, Susan. Is this a bad time?
Well, yeah, it kind of is.
Right, sorry. Look, I just really need to ask you about Sam.
It's all right. I'll grab some coffee.
Thanks.
Dan, we've talked about this.
She's completely stressed out by the Parker case. It's the sort of thing that could tip her over the edge. Particularly if she stopped taking her medication.
You know I can't comment on that.
Look, I'm not trying to tell you how to do your business, Karl, but I've done a lot of research into this, and if someone goes off their medication when they're bipolar, there's a very good chance of relapse.
Yeah, statistically, yes. There are success stories, too. There are bipolar patients who've successfully gone off the drugs so they can have a baby.
Have you encouraged her to do that?
No, of course not. Do you want to try for a child?
It's not a matter of what I want, Karl. If she goes off her medication, Look, mate, you didn't see what she was like before.
I'm sorry, but I think you're missing the point here.
What do you mean?
It's not about whether she's on the medication or not. If you two can't talk to each other about this, then I think you shouldn't have a child.
You have to stop this. You have to get my dad to tell the truth.
He's my client. I'm obliged to follow his instructions.
Is that what all lawyers do? Get paid to tell lies?
Listen, I'm doing everything I can to help your father.
Well, then tell them I did it.
Bridget, he's claimed responsibility. I can't do anything about that. You have to trust me.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm sorry.
Why don't you head home? I'll talk to you later.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make her mad.
Sam, is everything all right?
I can't do this.
Believe me, I know how hard it is when you know the people involved.
No, it's not that. It's something else. I should have told you this before, but I didn't. And
But what?
I'm not well.
Well, go home.
No,
I can come for you.
It's not that. It's... I've been diagnosed with bipolar disorder.
Since when?
A few years ago. I'm sorry. I should have told you this earlier, but I didn't because I thought I was managing it.
Okay, so I take it you're on medication for it?
I've been prescribed it, yeah.
Is it not working?
I'm fine, really. It's just this case. I'm not handling this on my own. I need your help.
Get set, everybody. We're on our way to meet you. Tonight, everybody.
Hey, don't stop on my account.
Oh, no, it's just a silly game, wasn't it, Ben?
or move over AC/DC. Benny, how's the artwork for my CD cover going?
It's not quite finished yet.
Well, show me what you got. So, you want to sing that song with a real guitar?
Yeah, but no thanks.
Oh, come on, Rach. You were awesome at the formal.
Yeah, and that was a one-off.
Hey, what do you think about these lyrics?
She's got ravens in her hair and laughter in her smile. Ty, is this about me? Because I told you when we first met that I'm not interested in anything like...
It's not about you.
What?
The song's not about you.
Well, then who is it about? Libby?
Well, she's just so totally hung up about how much younger I am, which is such bull. I mean, who cares? It's like she won't let herself be happy.
And, you can make her happy, can you?
Well, I know I can.
Hi, Mum. Hi. Here we go, Ty.
What's he doing here?
She works for me, Steve.
What do you know about the case?
If you intend to lie to the court...
I don't.
Steve, please.
There is no way that you can plead guilty.
I can plead whatever I like, mate. Don't come in here and tell me what I can and can't do.
You got a prior conviction, correct? That's not going to play well. Is there anything else I need to know?
No.
Firstly, you're going to have to surrender your passport. And unless you do have any other nasty surprises in your background, I should be able to secure bail and have you home to your family until the sentencing hearing.
If I'm found guilty, what am I looking at?
If we manage to get the charge downgraded to manslaughter, possibly 5 years with a non-parole of 3.
And if we can't?
You're looking at life.
You'd be much better off just telling the truth.
And what about Bridget? Is she much better off?
We will push the self-defence position. She is a minor, she has no priors. She most likely will get off.
Can you guarantee that 100%? See, that's why I can't change my plea. Look, I know how taking this case could jeopardise your reputations, and if you want to walk, that's fine.
And what will you do?
I'll represent myself.
Right now, we are only talking about bail, so let's just take it one step at a time, okay? Now, as far as the bail hearing goes, I need as much personal information as you can, such as work history and family life.
I know what to do.
Of course you do. Now, I needed to be in a meeting 5 minutes ago.
Go.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you, Toadie.
Hey, you need me?
No, I just wanted to see Sam. Sam. Hi, sorry to intrude. Have you got a moment?
Sure. Is this about the Chris Knight case?
No, it's a personal matter. May I? Yeah, I just wanted you and Dan to come down and see me at the hospital.
Why?
Oh, we need to properly discuss a management plan for you to come off medication.
Right. Okay, well, I can come down to the hospital.
Yeah, I think Dan should come down too, and he's going to be your main support, so he needs to be fully cognizant.
Has he said something to you? He has, hasn't he? You two have been discussing me.
He's worried about you, that's all.
Why? What have you told him?
That's more what he told me.
You have no right to divulge personal details about me, Karl.
Sam, you gave me the impression that Dan was aware you were planning to have a child.
It's none of your business what I was planning. I came to you for medical advice, not relationship counselling.
You give me a false impression of your circumstances here.
Does Dan know what I told you?
Yeah, I don't think I can discuss that.
You can't just come in here and say this stuff and then just leave.
I advised you not to stop the medication.
Karl, I have to stop it, otherwise I can't get pregnant if I
You might
don't.
not be in a position to consider that now. So please, come down and see me. With Dan.
Hey.
Hey.
Am I interrupting something?
No, we're just discussing the Parker case.
Right.
Well, thanks, Karl.
Okay. Please think about what I said.
Yeah, of course.
You know, Miranda, if there's anything I can do...
You want to know what you can do for me? Talk to me about movies or kids or cooking or anything, but I just can't talk about this anymore, not right now.
Well, you know, you haven't said a word about that amazing
me.
curry I sent over to you.
Yes?
It was delicious.
But now, coming now, well, can I just come down to the station? It's just not really a good time at the moment. Yeah, all right. Yes, thank you. Bye.
Who was that?
That's the police.
What did they want?
They're on their way over here.
What for?
They want me to make a statement about Steve threatening Chris Knight at the hospital.
What are you talking about?
Bridget went to visit Chris. There was an altercation with Steve. They want me to tell them what I heard.
And what are you going to say? You came to me when Susan was about to go to court over Bridget. And do you remember what you said?
I asked you to give Susan permission to plead not guilty.
You wanted me to give her a chance to prove her innocence.
Yes.
And yet you won't do the same for me.
No, it's different. It's completely different.
No, it isn't.
The circumstances, everything. Susan was ill. She had no intention of hurting anyone.
And Steve did.
No, that's not what he meant.
I'm not saying that Steve set out to kill Chris.
Of course not.
But I know what I heard at the hospital. He was threatening a seriously ill man.
He was a father protecting his daughter.
So, am I right? Is it just the age thing getting in the way?
Listen, Ty, I like you a lot.
Uh-oh.
It's true. You make me laugh, you make me feel good about myself.
And that's a reason not to be together because...
Because I'm not in love with you.
Well, you don't have to be. Not yet. We can take it slow.
But it's not going to change, and it's not fair on you to think it will.
So, are you in love with Dan? Is that why?
You should be with someone younger.
Oh, here we go.
It's true. When I came home and saw you with Rachel, you look perfect together.
Look, you can rip my heart in two, but don't try matchmaking me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that sounds like a line from a really bad country song.
So you asked Mr. Parker to come to the hospital?
Yes, to collect Bridget. I tried his wife's mobile, but unfortunately he answered.
Unfortunately? Well, you were worried about what Mr. Parker might do if he saw...
No. It was just an awkward situation.
You have to understand that the Parkers are very good friends of ours.
Would you say his behaviour was out of character?
Oh, yes. He's a loving family man.
Dr. Kennedy?
Yes. I mean, he loses his temper occasionally. Who doesn't?
Like the altercation at the party?
No, that was different.
You were present at the party?
No, but I do know what happened.
But, Dr. Kennedy, you were present at the hospital when Mr. Parker threatened your patient.
I came in at the end. The patient had grabbed his daughter. He was angry. Anyone would be.
Is it possible, Doctor, in your opinion, for someone in Mr. Knight's condition to suddenly regain consciousness?
Oh, yes. Yes, I absolutely believe that's what happened to Bridget.
All right. And what did you actually hear Mr. Parker say?
Well, to be honest, it wasn't really clear. I was very confused.
Dr. Kennedy, I am asking you this. Did you hear Mr. Parker threaten to harm Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Thank you, Doctor.
I feel like going in there and telling them they've got it wrong. Steve had never hurt anybody.
Well, come on then.
No, you can't.
Mum, why not?
It's too late now.
It's not. We go in there and we say, it wasn't Dad, it was me.
Oh, yeah, and do you know what would happen to you?
I'd rather that than Dad go to jail for something he didn't even do. These lies are getting worse and worse, and they're going to wreck everything, Mum.
I know.
Well, then let's go.
No.
You just said
No, you stay right here. We don't even know what Karl said.
Can't imagine how Toadie's going to cope once the adoption comes through. He's busy enough as it is. I don't know how he's going to manage fatherhood too.
Sam, stop.
What?
I found the baby stuff in your drawer. Have you stopped taking your medication?
I want a baby, Dan. It's all I want.
So you have. You've stopped.
Yes.
And you didn't tell me.
You're not my nurse, Dan.
Sam, a decision like that affects me as much as you.
I wanted to prove that I could manage. And I can.
Why didn't you talk to me about it?
Because it's too risky. This is important to me.
Well, what about me? Are we ready to have a child?
I'm not getting any younger.
Oh, Sam, people have babies in their 40s.
But it might take ages. I just don't think we should waste any time.
I can't go back to the way it was before.
We won't. I promise you.
How can you possibly promise me that? Look, Sam, if things did go back to the way they were before, I don't think we'd survive.
And if I don't get pregnant, I don't think we will either.
Is that a good basis for a marriage?
I want to be a mum.
Sam, but not at any cost.
Well, can we just at least try?
What if things go wrong?
Well, then I'll go back on my medication. I will.
And you'd give up on having a baby?
Yes.
You promise?
Of course.
When I think of all the stupid things I've done, listen to my heart, you know that I have come oh so very, very far. And everyone makes mistakes, and I'm better on my own. No more thoughts of you, no more talk of love. But it's not that easy to forget the person that